Where you going? You're lost. Dollar Tree headset, so free, freer than a public restroom.
Wait, what the heck? Nope. Dude, what the heck is this? Bro, these servers are so bad. We've been talking for the last couple of days how people are super bored of ranked in pubs right now with the game. And that's why season 15 is going to be a huge one. But also companies like ZLEAGUE, which is the sponsor of today's video, really help out during these situations. They're letting you play in casual tournaments all day for completely free. And even if you suck at the game like I do, you still get put into a custom division with players near your skill level, so you're not getting dominated by Preds. And with money on the line, you'll be playing for more than just a win. When you're on the site, you can register for a tournament. When the time starts, you just start playing pubs or ranked to get your kills and wins. You can see how you stacked up against everybody else, get your kills and wins, and you'll win some cash or credits from the leaderboard. So if you want to start having some fun in Apex, sign up with the link in the description. You also get 500 free bonus credits, so join now and thank me later. We have got a lot of things to talk about with season 15 today. Trailers and news coming out about all kind of things for this next season. A lot of people having conversations about the care package changes, some of the nitty-gritty details about Catalyst and the abilities there. Some things are definitely different than what I thought. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also comment down below to show some support for my sister-in-law with Down syndrome who just had some major surgery today on her eyes. She's only 3 years old and her name is Tilly, so I'd really appreciate it. First thing I wanted to mention is these care package changes are a little crazy. Make sure to get your tinfoil hats on and let's talk about it. So in this trailer, a lot of people were able to spot out that when the person on the screen was using the Mastiff, there was actually 6 shots in the Mastiff clip. Now this obviously could mean either one of two things. Either A, the Mastiff is going to stay in the care package and go from 4 shots to 6, which doesn't seem very likely, or B, the Mastiff will return back to the ground loot and get its original 6 shots back. Or did it used to have 5? I can't remember. Now, in my personal opinion, I think the Mastiff is a really good shotgun that should be on the ground. It doesn't really feel like an insane care package weapon to me. I guess sometimes if you hit your shots, it really is nice, but it's not like Kraber level for me. To be fair, neither is any other gun on the care package but the Kraber. This spoke the conversation. What about the weapon that would replace the Mastiff? What weapon could go back into the care package, or maybe a new weapon that goes into the care package? Well, for starters, you've got to ask yourself, will Respawn make the Peacekeeper go back to the care package, considering they might be bringing the Mastiff out? Do you want to replace a shotgun with a shotgun? Peacekeeper has been in the care package before. The Mastiff has been in the care package before, so it is possible that they could take a weapon that has already been in the care package and put it back, especially if they plan on taking the route of making a shotgun for a shotgun. Quick side note, I think it'd be cool to put the April Fool's Mozambique into the care package. However, there's also been a lot of conversation of people thinking that the car SMG will actually be the gun to go into the care package. A lot of people held out on this theory because they thought that the car SMG might be getting the reactive skin, but now that we know that that is the charge rifle, and honestly I think the charge rifle probably is too good to be on the ground loot anyways, it does make it possible for the car SMG to go in the care package. And another thing to look at is the Volt is back on the ground, the R99 is on the ground, and the car SMG is on the ground, and the alternator is on the ground. All 3 of those other weapons are weapons that have been in the care package but are no longer in the care package. Will they take the route of putting an SMG back into the care package? And if they do that, you got to think the car SMG is probably the gun they would use. But there is a problem with that theory, and that is the fact that the car SMG has a perk taking light and heavy ammo, and if you move it to the care package, it's only going to have 1 ammo. So is that likely the avenue that they're going to take? Not exactly sure, but I know regardless, people are going to have a massive opinion when it comes to care package weapons, because a lot of people believe that these are really influential when it comes to the weapon meta of the season. So I definitely want to know what guns you guys think should be in there. Speaking of metas being influential throughout the season, we just got some more of the nitty-gritty details about Catalyst abilities, and I gotta say, there's some things in here that make me change my opinion ever so slightly about Catalyst. One of the biggest draws for Catalyst that we spoke about in a couple of videos ago is the fact that she's able to reinforce these doors, and therefore you should be able to get some revives off for your teammates. Maybe you'll be able to hold this building, maybe able to get a reset, anti-third party kind of thing. Now Alpha Intel has given us some more information regarding the press release that Respawn gave them for this new season, and I gotta say, I don't really know if it's looking to be all that we thought it was. So they made this really long tweet explaining all of the abilities and also responded to some of the people. So here's what it says. Catalyst ability to explain: passive is the barricade, can reinforce doors, takes 2 times as long to destroy by melee, so it can still be destroyed. It's just going to take 4 punches instead of 2. So that's really not that big of a deal when you think about getting pushed by a full team. It could make the difference, but I really think when you have a full squad aping you, that thing's going to get broken in no time. They also say that these doors can only be opened by Catalyst and Catalyst teammates, and it can also fill gaps where doors are already destroyed. So that is going to be a good plus. So if there's actually a massive gap where the door was broken, it will reinforce that during that time. However, there was someone that responded and commented and basically asked which one is going to have a higher priority. Is it going to be Legends abilities that can counter this passive, or is the passive going to have a higher outclass with this? And someone said, can Horizon ult break the door, or does the passive outclass her ult? They said this: yes, abilities still break the doors the same, it's just the melee damage that is impacted. So Horizon ults are still gonna suck those doors right down and have no worry or issue throwing grenades and griefing the team. Seems like this passive is still going to be very situational, maybe not quite as big of a deal as I originally thought it was going to be. Another thing that we learned about all of these abilities is the fact that her tactical has piercing spikes. Catalyst throws a patch of ferrofluid, triggering a row of spikes when the enemies are near, slowing and damaging them. It can be damaged by enemies, but only when close, and can be thrown quite far. People were relating this to the Ashe tactical. However, we know that we're going to have two of these things and not one like you would the Ashe tac. One thing that did catch me by surprise with these abilities is them saying that it can be damaged by enemies, but only when close. So similar to how people throw Octane jump pads and you'll have a lot of teams that'll just instantly shoot it and destroy it so that people can't use it. Seems like maybe you're not going to be able to do that unless you're really close to it. And obviously the ultimate ability being the Dark Veil, a gigantic wall of ferrofluid. It can be walked through and shot through. We actually thought that you might not be able to shoot through it during the launch trailer. I guess that's why at the very beginning they say this is only for trailer purposes and cinematic purposes, not actual gameplay. They did say it will slow enemies as they push and blind them after they exit. It totally blocks seer scans, by the way. It gets pretty high, but Horizon can probably queue over it. Find it very weird that this legend is completely anti-scan meta when John Larson clearly said that they did not want to ring a legend that was clearly anti-scan. To be fair, I think he was responding to someone having like a natural passive ability of not being able to be scanned, or maybe like cold-blooded type of thing. I could be wrong, but I think that's where my memory goes back to of when he made that tweet. So you can't argue it is a little different, but still it is kind of weird. I'm also still a little confused on exactly how it works, because we saw in the launch trailer when Seer threw his ultimate ability that basically like both ends of the Seer ultimate were covered by this Dark Veil wall. But what happens if Seer throws it a little bit to the left and there's like a little overhang of the Seer ultimate that's kind of past the gap of where this ultimate ability for Catalyst would be? Will they show up on that overhang, or is this ferrofluid going to just completely disable it? One thing I am excited for is people have been discussing that maybe Crypto will be a direct counter to this Legend Catalyst because his EMP is magnetic. I think ferrofluid is magnetic as well. Maybe the EMP can cause some type of disruption. This would be a great way to buff Crypto as well, because he's definitely been on the lower pick rate for quite some time, and a lot of people think he needs a little justice. He's still a good legend. I don't think he really needs a buff. I just think he needs to be shown some love. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the Golden Nugget section of the video. This is where we talk about quick rapid fire Apex news that wasn't long enough to make a video about. So a lot of people in the ALGS world, a lot of the casters have come out recently and said that they were not being paid for doing the casting positions for the ALGS qualifiers. And we're also saying sometimes it was really low pay or no pay at all. And then some people even saying that they were told either do it for free or hit the road. Word on the street is all of this attitude was coming from EA. Of course, why are we not surprised? It doesn't seem to be Respawn's fault for mistreating them. Just seems like EA didn't want to fork out any money. Shortly after all of this, pro player His Watson said that if you do quit, make sure to reach out to me and I'll make sure that you were paid for the work that you did. Speaking of pro player His Watson, he actually ended his stream yesterday because he said that he was getting stream sniped by a charge rifle cheater who was cheating and was rank 1. Dream is dead unless Respawn decides to temporarily ban this guy named Tasma for getting boosted by a cheater. Hopefully Respawn will do the right thing, but we'll just have to wait and see. And also, for those of you that love the lore out there, kind of interesting from the season 15 press event, Alpha Intel says this, that when asked if Margot was big sister, Respawn responded, no comment. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. It's Viral Die, only positivity, and until next time, later Gators.